Welcome to ACOR. My mission is to tell you what we do here and how we obtain sugar. The first thing you should know is that this is not a sugar factory. Yes, you heard that right. The sugar is made by sugar beets in the field. What we do here is simply extract that sugar. What should we know about the sugar beet? Well, from the time it's planted, it has a 2-year lifespan. In the first year, it accumulates sugar in its root, and during the second year, it uses that sugar to grow significantly, develop, and produce seeds for reproduction. That's why we harvest it in the first year, when it has the most sugar. Once harvested, the beet arrives at the factory in trucks. A sample is taken from each truck to analyze its sugar content and the impurities brought with it, such as soil, stones, etc. After being weighed, the truck unloads the sugar beet, and almost instantly, the ACOR farmer member can check the details of the sugar beet delivered through an application. The sugar beet is now inside the factory, and the first thing we do is wash it in these huge drums. By the way, the water we take from some giant reservoirs is purified and reused constantly. To do this in a sustainable way, the water contained in the sugar beet itself is also incorporated into the process, since 75% of the root is made up of water. Once washed, the sugar beet is cut into strips that we call cosettes. They are then put into a diffusion tower. The cosette moves through the tower pushed by a screw, while water heated to 70 degrees circulates at a countercurrent. By doing this, we obtain a sugary juice that we will need to purify. The solid remains of the cosettes is dried and pressed into pellets to obtain a pulp that is used for animal feed. As we were saying, the sugary juice is purified to eliminate non-sugars. The process consists of 6 phases. In the terms of experts, these are called pre-liming, liming, carbonation, filtration, sulfitation, and decalcification. Calcium hydroxide and CO2, obtained in our own lime kiln, are used to agglomerate the non-sugars and eliminate them through coagulation, flocculation, precipitation, and filtration. By the way, throughout these phases, solid foams are generated that are used to correct and fertilize agricultural soils. Have you heard of a circular economy? As you can see, this factory is a clear example of it. It's about reusing and taking advantage of all the material generated in the plant to avoid any waste. Now we enter the evaporation phase. The juice that has arrived here contains 17% sugar and 83% water, so we are going to eliminate a large amount of that water. We will do this using a concentration process by means of evaporation, which will allow us to obtain a syrup containing 67% sugar. We are getting closer to that sweetness in our mouths because it's time to make the crystals. If you look at a jar of honey, you're likely to see the natural formation of crystals due to a drop in temperature. In our case, however, we want to obtain the crystals in a controlled way and of an exact size, just as our clients request. To do this, we are going to use evaporation equipment called white pans, in which we introduce syrup we have obtained and add an initial amount of microcrystals. The white pan is digitally controlled and more syrup is added to it as the water evaporates, causing the microcrystals to increase in size progressively as the sucrose crystallizes on their surface. All that remains is to separate the crystals from the honey that surrounds them. This is done in turbines. Inside a basket, a centrifugal force sends the mass of honey towards the walls. A metal mesh retains the crystals and lets the honey pass through. These sugar crystals are dried, cooled, and sieved before being stored in ACOR's 3 sugar silos, with a total capacity of 200,000 tons. once again, here we have a circular economy, since the remaining honey, which we call molasses, is used in both the production of animal feed as well as in the yeast industry. The final step is to package the sugar. 400 tons of sugar can be processed and packaged every day in this modern plant, according to our clients' needs and requirements.